Hi everybody, it's Claire back with another art journal video, and in this one again I'm in the craft journal and I'm starting off using some ledger papers. So I guess the thing with the ledger papers is I'm trying to start thinking about them more as collage fodder and less as like material full of wonderful quotes, because they kind of are both, aren't they? Um, there are so many quotes in there that are perfect for adding to journal pages, but also they make brilliant collage fodder too. So here I am being really brave and tearing up some of the ledger paper, and I'm going to be sticking it onto my page. It's a little bit like thinking of the Collage Collective in the same way. Like at the minute it's kind of sat in my drawer and I occasionally get it out, but I feel like I can't use it and rip it up and use it. So I think maybe I need to try and think about that differently too. So I'm using some of Dina Wakley's ultra thick gel medium to stick this in place, and once that's dry I will then move on to the next stage. So I'm kind of keeping the collage fodder through the middle of the pages, just to break up that space at the minute that's there on the page. And it gives me a starting point for the rest of my journal page. So if you're ever unsure where to start with the journal page, then it's a really good idea just to get some collage material on your page and it will kind of help get you going, I think, really. So then I'm going in with buff, and I've added a stripe of that through my page, and I'm using one of Dina's wide brushes and I'm just going to pull that through the centre of my page. And then once that's dry, I'm going to start adding in some rainbow colours. Surprise, surprise. You weren't expecting that one, were you? So I've got ruby, tangelo, no, that's tangerine, isn't it? It's not tangelo. Lemon, lime, turquoise. And then I'm using the widest brush that Dina does, and I think that's the 2-inch brush. And look, just dipping it in, and then I'm just going to pull it across my page. And then I do go in with a thinner brush because the red kind of disappeared, and just add a little bit more of the red in at the top. And then once it's dry, I'm using the Squoval stencil and using the same buff colour that was underneath again, and I'm using that over the top of the rainbow. So I guess why I'm doing this is to kind of push that rainbow a little bit further back into the background and bring that background colour into the foreground. So it's all doing that pulling and pushing of the things on your page all the time. So that was the Done Is Better stencil, and looks like I've just used a bit of magenta through there and added some of that on there too. Then this is the Things That Grow stencil. I love this little collection of dots, and I'm going into that with the fuchsia colour. These are the squared stamps from Dina's latest release. I think this is that, plus the circled one, two of my favourite stamp sets. I'm stamping these onto a sheet of ledger paper. I'm stamping them spread out because I want to kind of give these the idea of a body as well. So I need to leave enough space on the ledger sheet to be able to draw part of a body for them. And I want them all to be different sizes too. So here I'm just sketching in the rough body shapes. I know they look a bit odd because they've got square heads, but it doesn't matter, does it? And then I'm going to cut them out and then work out whether they're the right size once I've cut them out. So then it's time to stick the figures in place, and I'm going to be arranging them in a little group together. trying to make sure that they're all different heights on the page too. So then I've used the Stabilo All pencil just to outline those bodies as well, just to help pop them out from the background. So I also went over those Stabilo All pencil lines with a water brush just to activate that a little bit. And then I'm using a gel pen, and here I'm just drawing in some lines. This is where I'm going to do some writing. So these act as a bit of a guide, but also break up that colour in the background too. Now I'm using a Posca pen and just adding some of my signature dots onto the page, just breaking up some of those areas where there's not much going on, and helping to kind of bring different elements together too. And then using a thinner Posca pen, I think this is a 3M, I'm going to start writing in my quote, my words that I've chosen for my page. I never realised quite how much I faff about with my pen when I'm writing. I don't know why I do that so much, all the twiddling, I'm not sure. And that's my words finished. They're added onto my page now, and I really like doing my some of my text like this by writing guidelines on there to fill with my writing, because then you get a variation in the sizes of your letters too, particularly if you do your lines close together in some places and further apart in others. It's a really nice way to get text onto your page, and then you've got that kind of those lines there to guide you really. Then I'm just using my gel pen, just going in and drawing some more little circles and adding more dots and just breaking up those areas where I've already added some dots onto my page. This is quite a bright, cheerful page, particularly with those collage fodder, collage ledger paper figures. I like the lightness that they bring to this page actually, so I think I might be doing this more. I kind of like how this has worked. So that's pretty much it for this page. I think once I'd done these last few dots, that was it finished. So here it is, here's the finished page, a little bit of a splash of colour, using those ledger papers for the figures and the faces with the stamps. Yeah, so thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed watching the video, and I hope to see you again soon.